Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Let me check the chat. What's up, Dad? Dad, first on this morning. Let me make sure we're live. Awesome. Yes. Dad, good to see you. First on. Dad says, "Good morning. What's for breakfast?" Well, Dad, I'm glad you asked. Since I'm coming to eat breakfast with you, I'm guessing we're gonna have eggs and grits and waffles, like we had the other morning. All right, so Dad first on. Bill is next. Bill says, "Good morning. Good. Those 2 folders from yesterday." Bill, I show you as having access to them, but it's with your prodigy.net address. So I think it can be tricky sometimes. Just try to verify with me that you use the prodigy.net. Most people who have success are using Gmail addresses. If you have one of those, we could definitely add you to that, but I'm not showing any problems. I'm showing you added as a viewer under prodigy.net. And also, you know that I gave you access, since you're an all-access member, to all of our weekly folders, and verify that you have access to that. All right, Vicky, good to see you as well. Rick, the Gandalf of iMusicAcademy, good to see you. And all right, Hugh, and don't worry, Bill, as we figure all of that out, you can always email, text me, whatever you want to do, but I definitely have given you access. We just have to maybe tweak a few things. Check your email address. A lot of the time that can be an issue, which one you're currently using. All right, so Hugh, good to see you. Hugh, thank you so much for being a member of everything, all of the academies. We're going to get started in just a minute, guys. Just do a few technical support things. Hugh, I have to phase out the lowest tier of our membership, and I'm happy to PayPal you to get you to the $5.99 for the YouTube channel. We're going to go to 3 instead of 4. It's very confusing. I have the supporter thing at $2.99. It's not helping anybody. By the time, so people who are starting to sign up for that, it's you and 2 other people. Somebody signed up for it yesterday. But we're not growing at the pace I want to grow, and we have too many choices. So I'm happy to PayPal you the difference between the $2.99 and the $5.99. So I'm going to cancel that out, but I've been waiting to hear from you before I've done it, because I'm not going to just revoke access to one of my most amazing students. All right, so Doug, good to see you, a YouTube member. Awesome. All right. So, Bill, really quickly, on the Gmail address, just go ahead and anything that I've given you access to, or anything that you have a link to, we can add you as a Gmail address. That might be the easiest way to do that. All right, here we go, guys. Let's dig in. So we're going to do 16 jazz patterns. I've been writing out all these things by hand. I sent these to our Chord Academy. This is a Chord Academy lesson, but it's also important to know that we have all these chords we've been working on. We still have to play music. We still have to improvise in the right hand. So I sent this to our Chord Academy and our All Access group. And let's just go ahead and dig in. We're going to go for 30 minutes. And then apparently I'm going to have breakfast with my dad. So you guys make sure you say hello to T-Man and everyone else. So the first one is this. It's a short 2-5-1. So we have we did some longer 2-5-1s, but we're going to do shorter 2-5-1s. So what is the most common progression in jazz is 2-5-1, right? Everybody, yeah. So and what Rick says, I think I like the sharp 4. Yeah, I'm glad that you do, Rick. That's awesome. In fact, when it comes from the sharp 4, you start to hear that as your major scale. Like instead of 2, 5, and 1 like this, you might hear it as, right? Isn't that nice to add a D triad over your C major, right? A little Chord Academy things. And what Rick is noticing is that as you go up, if I'm doing 2-5-1, and I want to keep some chord tones on downbeats, I can add those half steps. That's been one of the things we've been doing this week. So we go, isn't that nice, Rick? And I can even go, if I wanted to, I could go E minor in the right hand, but I could go, technically I could go D major, right? We could go. So with all of these 2-5-1s, I wrote them out all in the key of C so that you can really think of them and visualize them in the key of C. Notice that we know that if the most common progression in jazz is 2-5-1, so we go D minor, G, C, then we go D minor. Oh, hey, a quick shout out. We've been stuck at 10 members to our YouTube channel, and several of our All Access group members and Chord Academy are actually in the YouTube channel membership as well. It has all the files in there. So when you come on YouTube and you have your account, you'll see I'm a member. If you're a member, you'll see all the files that we do, and it's a great community and everything's in there. So yes, we have people that double and triple dip at iMusicAcademy, but George just signed up yesterday. So thank you, George, for double dipping and signing up for the YouTube channel. And George, you signed up at the lowest tier, which we are phasing out. So I will do the same thing for you, George. I think as soon as I cancel it, it'll refund everybody's money who is on the supporter level, which is 3 people: Hugh, George, and Carlos. So again, I will make it right to you, and I'll PayPal. I just need your blessing to say that that's okay. I want you guys as members, but we need to get rid of that lowest tier. It's not helping us at all. Okay, here we go, because that's just a supporter thing. That's like, hey, I want to support the channel, but I don't really want anything. And you guys always want stuff, so we're going to phase that out. Okay, so is everybody cool on this first one? We're going to move on, but I don't want you to sleep on this idea. If I'm going D minor, that's D Dorian, G is Mixolydian for the 5 chord, and 1 is your Ionian scale, or Rick scale is the sharp 4. It gives it a nice little lift when you put that sharp 4 in your major scale. All right, that's pattern 1. If you guys understand it, put got it. And as I'm waiting for you to go to say you have it on the 2-5-1, if I'm going a short 2-5-1, I go 2-5-1. Just by putting that half step in there on the offbeat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3. So you could literally take the same idea and you say, all right, if I'm in whatever key I'm in, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 of the minor scale, and then I go half step. So see what I did there? That's really important. So you just go up the minor scale. Again, so we go. Again. Isn't that nice? Just the way that makes it all of a sudden line up. And notice I'm on the root there. All right, let's go on to number 2. Here we go. So number 2 is very simple. It's just this idea of, right, Bobby, da da da. Right, you could go around the cycle, whatever you want to do, but it's the 3rd up to the 5th, and there's your enclosure. So guys, let's even turn on the track. Let me show you how simple that is. Hey, Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. Jeffrey, I hope you got your gift that I gave you. I made sure I added you to that, whatever the latest PDF, or I can't remember if it was a course or what, but I did give you access to something that I said I was going to do, and I wanted to make sure you got it. All right, let's see. Let's turn on our little blues track and just practice this. Awesome. Okay, now, I hope that you guys, let me stop this really quickly. As I'm playing that and just improvising and just having fun, isn't it just so fun to like hang out on one idea, right? I was pretty much just doing that all day long. And when it went to the F chord, I wanted to make sure I was on the flat 7 of the F chord, right? And I come down here. Everybody give Doug a shout out. Doug is a proud member, I think a proud member of our YouTube channel. And again, we have 11 people in there now. I'm already asking George to cancel. Actually, I'll have to cancel George. George, if you're out there, remember, I'm going to PayPal you the difference. The same thing with you. But I need your blessing. I can't just shut down without hearing from my guys. So, all right, here we go. We have 14 people watching. I hope you're enjoying this stream. We're taking one idea at a time. We're going to get to 16, and we're going to go another, it's 8:19. We're going to go to 40 after. We'll start wrapping it up. But this is a lot of fun because you turn on these tracks and you have fun. Let's put the ideas together. Let's do that one more time. I'm showing you guys some practice tips. Just even this idea of and on F, same thing. Okay, now I'm not done. I'm going to keep the track on. I just want to turn it back to the chat. So again, the fingering I like for this is 2, 2, 4, 3. So we're doing an enclosure, right? And just get familiar. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4. All right, now, hey, how simple and fun is that, what I was doing? Let me stop that. All right, now we're getting into some more of these ideas. And how crazy is it that we're just doing the first one or the second one? We're doing the second one. Let's go back to, where's my chart? All right, here we go. So the one I was doing is the second one where you go, and then remember that when you go to that flat 7, you could actually do the same idea, but on F, I have to get to that flat 7 because of the F7 chord, right? And then back to here, right? And that is all written out right there, and I go. And when I go to F, I can do it there as well. And remember this fun fact, everybody. Everybody write B flat. So write a uppercase B and then a lowercase b for B flat. Because remember when we are in the key of C and we're doing a blues, and we can sneak that B flat in there. So I could go, sorry, right here, F. Let me get it right. F, and now B flat. It's the flat 7 of the key. Yes, so what I did there, if I get it right, would be F, and I go B flat. Sneak it in there, and then... And right there, if you heard me do that, I did the same enclosure idea. I go, but then I went... to A7, I'm getting the 3rd there. I could go, And all I'm doing is an A7 where I go up the scale, arpeggio, but I'm still hitting the third. And then I went, I could technically go over the D minor. I could technically go, I could do simple thing there. But I can also think C, even that. If I go D minor, I'm hitting the pedal down on purpose. I want you to hear. And even over G, I can do the C lick, right? So that's when you hear, when we have 2-5-1 key of C, right? When you're just walking up your thing. All of your C licks will work over D minor, G, and C, right? We can go 1, 6, 5, 6, 5. And I go. So when I tell you guys the most common progression in jazz is 2-5-1, and in all of your one ideas are going to work, I mean it, right? 2-5-1, and I go. That's why when I say you can take a song, an idea like this, where we do like a Ray Charles thing, we go. Why does that work? Why can you sit on something like this for days? Because on D minor, that's a ninth. In G, that's the 13, and on C, that's the E, right? So let me do that again. D minor, right? That's the 9th up to the 11th. Nice extensions. 13 up to the root of G. For C, it's third up to the 5th. Isn't that awesome the way you do it? The way that you do that. Okay, so let's add another idea with this. We're going to go number 13. Let's see what 13 has. Oh. All right, now this is a nice generic lick. This is something you hear all the time. What a great lick for transposition and getting your ear going. And I use the fingering 5, 4, 2, 1. Notice that once again, we're getting my favorite inversion of the triad. You got your second inversion triad, and I'm actually starting on the 5th at the top. I go, and then it puts the major 7, flat 7, and then it arrives on the 3rd. So you have this nice sound. Okay, if you're with me, everybody type 15. No, 13. Type 13 in the chat. That's example number 13. So if you're working on your ear and transposition, I go up to the 5th or whatever my minor chord is. Right? If I'm in F minor, I go up to the 5th. It's an F minor triad. Right? Isn't that nice? What a fun generic pattern that you hear in the music, and it's just nice for your ear training and just having fun with that. So let's say we had it on we turned on the track, and we're just going to do that idea or those two ideas together. So we have. All right, so I have to stop this. So when I started doing that little melody, ba-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-dum-bum, I didn't even want to change because I wanted to show you guys how repetition is your friend. It also just works, doesn't it? I could stay here pretty much. Okay, so repetition is so fun to take one idea and keep moving around. All right, if you're having fun, put yes in the chat. Or you could, no, let's do fun in the chat and let's go on to another idea. But this one right here is a fun one that I want you guys to get under your fingers. Okay, let's pick another one to put with these great ideas here. Oh, now, all right, now guys, do you want, so this is not, it's kind of a generic pattern, but it's a really important one. It's going up the scale. So 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, skipping the 6th note, and you go chromatically up. So we're enclosing that 3rd of G, and then you get these altered extension. Da, 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 da. What a fun idea, though. Da, 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 da. Let me see which number that is. Number 6, yeah. Isn't that a fun idea? All right, so the fingering on that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, and you can go 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to update this PDF in Finale. It might be at the end of the weekend, but when I do, I'll send it out to Chord Academy and All Access, but I will put in the fingerings like I always do. Let's actually turn on the track and have fun with that idea. So when we have this restrictive practice idea, we're picking 1 or 2 ideas, and then we'll put in one other thing. So we at least know what we're practicing, right? So let's kind of keep working on this. 2 and 3 and 4. B flat. All right, here's the idea. We're gonna go 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Here we go. Go. Here we go. Notice that I ended on the 3rd. It kind of ended on a chord tone right there. So the way you're going to get an idea like this, let me just pull up the chat and check on everybody. Awesome. So when we're playing this idea right here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, it's a little more advanced, right? And then you go chromatically up to the 3rd. But that is something that I love to teach, is as you're working on your chord tones, same thing, doesn't matter what key you're in, right? You could get to where you do that in all keys. You can go surrounding the 3rd of 2, 5, and E, or in D, right? So thirds, right? Outlining the changes. Okay, let's do a few more of these. That's a fun one. Oh, that's for major, but what a nice one that is. I like that. Let's do that one. So instead of this, we're going to do this. We're going to go ba ba da 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 da. All right, now everybody pay attention. This is a good idea right here. Ba da 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 da. I'm on my minor, my D minor. I'm going to go down to the half step. That's one of the best things you can do is da 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 da. You have this da 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 da. And notice that even when I did that, it got me to the 3rd of G. And then I did chromatic. Let me make sure it's written like that. Yeah, let's add that to our improv. And now we're going to turn on the track and do that again. So when I get to that one spot, I'm going to do that each time. Here we go. At first, let a little time go by. That's not it. I've written it out so many different ways. You can actually go, but that's not what it is. That's my fault. Let's try that again. At first, I'm just... All right, A7, here we go. 2 and 3 and 4. All right, even right. So obviously I was having fun with just showing you guys. It doesn't always matter what notes you play. I was just going chromatically up and doing the rhythm in the right hand and just having fun with it. And it was just a fun thing to do, is to go up in half steps. And then when I got up here at the top on the 2-5, I went something like... So you heard that, ba-ba-da-da, and that's what I hope that you start to hear, are things like the enclosures. And when you do the things like the enclosures, you're really getting this nice sound of, right? That's what we're looking for, is when it's really sounding good, you're often doing those half steps or those enclosures right there. Okay, let's do a few more of these patterns, and then we'll call it a day. Let's go to, like, we're done right at 8:45. Can we go, like, be absolutely done at 8:45? Does that work for you guys? I'm always pushing it to let me give you guys a few more minutes. All right, let's do a few more of these. These are way too fun. Now, this idea, be-da-boo-ba-dee-da, is really fun. That's another generic lick from like Honeysuckle Rose, da-da-da-da-da. You can use that. Right, that's a great thing to do. Be-da-doo. We could even use that in our blues if we want to. That is number 14. Honeysuckle Rose idea. And sometimes I'll put, even if I'm doing 16 patterns, 16 jazz patterns, there are things that I want you guys to get under your fingers. Because it doesn't matter what key you're in. You'll start to use those, right? And then you make it your own. And I'll do those all the time if I'm playing blues and stuff. I might do where I do and just go around. But it's just so fun to get that under your fingers, because 5 4 2 5 4 1 2 4 3 ba-da-ba-da. You're really training your ear. All right, so work on that one. Let's put it in the blues here. And before I do that, I want to show you guys something I've been doing. Is we talk about this one pattern where we said, right? But then you would hear me go, boo-da-da-da-da-da. And the reason I'm doing that is because we're going to the F7 chord, but isn't it nice to be able to use the A blues scale that we talk about all the time. Whatever key you're in, you go down 3 half steps, use the first 4 notes of that blues scale, and now I can alternate between doing this. Even that, the A blues scale works great. And another thing that I did related to that A blues scale is at the last part of my last improvisation, instead of doing it from below, I did our lick from Blues Volume 1. Right? So you have all those blues scale options to go with these ideas. It's still the blues, right? So we want to make sure we're hitting the blues. Watch. Major, I can even do the like major. There it is. Da 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 da. All right, what did I do right there? Ba ba da ba da ba da da. Blues scale. All right, that's good. We need to add that. That would be 17. That's too good to not tell you about. Okay, let's talk about that. That's not even on your list, but we're gonna do it. So I did blues scale coming down, and then I did the enclosure on minor third to major third. Or I could go. Okay, now we have 5 minutes left. I want to show you about another really important concept. We have 18 people watching right now, so a shout out to our YouTube community and, of course, all of our different academies. I'm super excited to have you guys in. You guys have been amazing with your support of the channel, and so thank you to our All Access group, our Chord Academy, and our YouTube channel, which is growing. We have 11 members now, so thank you for that. All right, so guys, let's talk about this idea, this Sonny Stitt idea. So the original lick goes down to the 6th chord of the blues. And notice it goes to the 3rd. I think it does something like that at the end. So when I first learned about that kind of idea, it's doing what we call a pivot like C7, and I'm starting on the 3rd, but I'm coming, instead of me playing it in root position, I'm doing on the 3rd and dropping down, and then you can put this nice, and I get back down to the 5th. But what I want to do is this. And I put a little bit of the Corella de Vil. Isn't that so nice? What number is that? I added that to this PDF. So you go down here and you go, by the way, if our Chord Academy, if you somehow you didn't get it, your email, I did send this to you, but it is in Chord Academy for this week, the master folder, but click on the link in the description if for some reason you don't have it. You all should have it in your email, but isn't that nice? I just did it. It's number 4. So notice what I'm doing, Rick. I'm going up to the 3rd and outlining, and then I get to the 3rd with that enclosure to whatever chord I'm on. Then I go to F and do it. I could go. Isn't that nice? The way I put several of those licks. I don't know if you heard that, but I kind of went around and I did this one again that I want you guys to work on. Nice number 4 in there. A lot of good ones. Yeah, yeah. So, Rick, you're absolutely right. And Vicky says she loves the Corella DeVille. I do as well. And notice how I kind of blended that. Yesterday we worked on the idea of the Corella DeVille where you do this. And remember, let's turn on the track and I'll demonstrate that again. But what I just did is this. Cruella DeVille. Let's do that. Let's end by doing that really quickly. So I'm gonna turn on the track, and all I'm thinking is this idea. Where we go. I can go same thing on F. 2 and 3. Yeah. Here we go. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. We're gonna go. Here we go. We go. So I'm enclosing that. And on F, you could do it as well. There's one more thing I was going to remind you guys. Is this right here. All right, guys. That's just way too much fun. 16 ideas for fun. And we only got to about 4 or 5 of those. Hey, guys, what a great lesson. We have 14 people watching again. A shout out, I have to say it over and over, a shout out to our YouTube community and our YouTube membership, which I'm super excited about growing. I need to hear from Carlos, and I need to hear from Hugh, and I need to hear from George that it's okay to cancel out the smallest one. Again, I'll PayPal you guys to get you to that $5.99. I think it refunds your $2.99 when you signed up, but we've got to phase out that membership. It's not helping anybody. So the next thing is, again, thank you to our All Access group. You guys are amazing, and thank you to our Chord Academy as well. So, Dad, good to see you. I'll see you in a minute. Are you cooking? I'm not sure if Dad's cooking or not, but I'm having breakfast with my parents, so I'm hoping my mom's cooking. Bill, good to see you. Vicky, good to see you. Rick, good to see you. Hugh, always good to see you as well. Doug, Vicky, Rick, Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy, Doug. We missed Vance today, but I'm sure he'll see the replay. If Vance isn't here, then something's wrong, so we got to figure that out. And last but certainly not least, shout out to our YouTube community. We're growing at a nice pace right now, lots of interaction. There are ways to support me other than signing up for any of the academies. I am always looking for the next YouTube member, uh, but also you can comment on the videos. You can go to iMusicAcademy.com and leave a review on any of the products you have. There are tons of them. And you can now leave reviews. We had that issue, but they're fixed now. And I need all my people who are members of academies who have the material, go leave some reviews because it does help other people know about the resources we have. Have a great day, everyone. It looks like you guys have been saying bye to everyone. Make sure you say bye to everyone. I'll see you guys in the next video. Awesome. Awesome, Rick. Have fun with that, guys. See you soon. Thank you, Hugh. Hugh, you just have to tell me if I can PayPal you the difference for you to keep hanging on. What a fun lesson.